You're watching WVEC TV, Channel 13.
Welcome back to Dialogue.
Yes! It is early to be busting out some opera.
Yes, it is.
But this man can. He's Dan Snyder from the Virginia Opera, and he plays, I guess you're playing the lead, right?
That's right.
In The Tales of Hoffmann?
That's right.
All right. That's pretty good. How long have you been with the Virginia Opera?
This will be, oh boy, I think my third season to do something with Virginia Opera. I showed up the first time in Tristan und Isolde.
Excuse me?
Well, it's this German opera,
Oh, okay.
Richard Wagner.
I was about to say, God bless you. I didn't know what you were doing there.
Yeah, it's. I started out there. I did an offstage gig there. I sang. I was the opening voice, the young sailor, and you heard me as the curtains opened, and nobody ever saw me. As a matter of fact, one time to get in character, I wore a pea coat backstage, just trying to. Yeah.
Okay. So, see, I'm not cultured like that, but to put it in my terms, you were like Charlie from Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. I got you now, man. I got you. So you've traveled across the world. You've traveled around the country. What makes the Virginia Opera special?
Oh, a lot of things. The Virginia Opera is a major regional company, and by regional, it's a phenomenon that's occurring across the country where a lot of cities with good population centers and a lot of things going for them have opera companies that are able to mount major productions, several of them throughout the year. The difference with the Virginia Opera is that they tour all the way, to Fairfax and out to Richmond. They take these great big productions on the road with an orchestra, with sets, the whole shebang. And I tell you, I've worked for quite a few regional companies around the country, and they don't have the reach or the depth that Virginia Opera can bring to
That's very good to hear.
Yeah.
And you brought a tape with you, so you guys at home can see exactly what he's talking about here in terms of the productions and the quality. Just the visual look is stunning.
Yeah. We have really pretty adept scenic designers. We have famous directors. These days in opera, you have directors working in the business, like Franco Zeffirelli is a famous name. Now, I don't believe he's been to Virginia Opera, but we have directors of that caliber. Lillian Groag is a director for Hoffmann, and she's got a very impressive resume as a playwright, a dramaturge, and a scenic director as well. These shows, the production values are just very deep, and I have never heard of an audience member that wasn't satisfied.
Good, okay. And that leads me to my next question. What would you say to those of us who don't quite get opera? I mean, I just probably insulted you by calling you Charlie from Charlie's Angels.
No.
I mean, what do you say to us who don't get opera, who might say, all right, not for me? What would you say to us?
There are some people who probably clobber me for saying this, but in my book, opera is like the conjunction between professional wrestling and classical music. It's a spectacle. You've got vocal athletes out there, and you've still got but you also have the great composers represented as well. It's like,
okay, nobody is wrestling each other to the ground or slamming.
No, but we
didn't know where you were going with
right.
that.
Well, Tales of Hoffmann, for example, is a story that's about magic. It's about, there's comedy in there. There's a segment about this robotic doll that goes mad at a party and, knocks some people around stage. I take some falls. I do a couple little stunts.
Really? You want to do one right here?
No.
I didn't think. I got him to sing. That's better enough. We're talking about Tales of Hoffmann, which is coming up at the Harrison Opera House here in Norfolk, and many different performances you can catch, guys. September 28th, September 30th, October 3rd, October 5th, October 7th. Many different times there, okay? But you can call the Harrison Opera House. I'm going to give you a couple of phone numbers here to get specifics on ticket info, show times, things like that. If you live on the south side, you can call 623-1223. That's 623-1223. Those of you on the peninsula, call 877-2550. That's 877-2550. And all of you can log on to vaopera.org and check that out. Now, describe to us what Tales of Hoffmann is all about, if you don't mind.
Sure. It's a fantastical tale. It's one of the early examples of a flashback drama. It starts off in this bar, and the poet Hoffmann, who, by the way, is a real historical figure, E.T.A. Hoffmann, a German writer who wrote back. Hoffmann, yeah. He wrote back in the 1830s. He was sort of a predecessor of Edgar Allan Poe, so he wrote these really weird tales.
All right.
He stars in his own opera as a fictitious character, so that's already kind of fantastical. He starts off saying, I'm going to tell you these 3 stories, and then the opera flashes back and tells these 3 stories from his life, and then it all kind of it's tied up at the end. But it's a peculiar opera, but a popular one. The Barca roll comes from there, Olampia's Doll Song. These are all tunes that everybody would recognize because they've been used on television, they've been used for commercials. All that music's in the public domain. So it's constantly coming up again and again in society. You hear it all the time. You just don't know that you know this opera. Okay. So you'll sit there in the seat and you'll say, oh, I know that tune. I know that one. That's one of my favorites. And they just keep coming along. The plot of the opera is very diverse, as I said, and interesting. It covers science fiction, horror, tragedy, just a very unique experience.
Very cool. Yeah. Something that everybody can go out there and enjoy, right?
Kids, adults, anybody would like it.
Nice, nice, nice. Good luck with it, okay?
Thank you.
Again, Tales of Hoffmann from the Virginia Opera at the Harrison Opera House. Those of you on the south side, call 623-1223. Those of you on the peninsula, 877-2550. And all of you can log on to vaopera.org. Dan, want to sing us out to a commercial break?
I don't know.
He just said no. Good luck with it, and we'll be right back with more dialogue right after this.